Hello everyone, this is Amritesh sir and you are watching Amritesh tutorial. We have already completed the theory portion of chapter 3, the first point of exercise 3a, which is multiple and factor, the definition of multiple and factor and the properties related to multiple and factors. Now in this video, we are going to discuss all the questions related to the theory portion that we have discussed in the last video and all the questions of exercise 3a. So let's start our discussion with the questions which are very important, and all the questions are based on exercise 3a and which is based on multiples and factors. So first question is, write all factors of 25, 36, 12, 48, 72, 50, 27, 35, 40 and 23. These are the numbers that we have and we need to find out all the factors of these numbers. So we know that how we can find out the factors of any number. Factors are all the numbers which completely divide the given number. So suppose we have 25 and we need to find out the factors of 25. So the factors of 25 are all the numbers which completely divides 25. So we know that the smallest number that completely divide a given number is 1. 1 is the factor of every number. So let's start with 1. Again 25 is divisible by 2. No, 25 is not divisible by 2. Again it is divisible by 3. No, it is also not divisible by 3. Why it is not present in the table of 3? Then it is not divisible by 4 also. Now it is divisible by 5. And again it is at last it is divisible by 25. So the factors of 25 are 1, 5 and 25. These are the factors of 25. Similarly, we can find out the factors of 36, 12, 48, 72, 50, 27, 35, 40 and all the numbers. Suppose I have a prime number which is 23 and I need to find out the factors of 23. So we know that 23 is a prime number. So we know that what is prime? Prime is only a number. Prime is a number which is divisible by 1 and itself. So it is divisible by 1 and itself means 23. So the factors of 23 is 1 and 23. Similarly, we can find out the factors of all the numbers. Take one more number. Suppose it is section C, which is 12. So what are the factors of 12? So the smallest factor is 1. Then we have 2. Then it is 3. Then it is 4. Then we have 6. And then the last one is 12. So the factors of 12 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. So these are the factors of the given number. So we can easily find out all the factors of all the given numbers. Now the question number 2. Question number 2 is, write first 4 multiple of 5, 7, 13, 27 and 10. There are few numbers given. We need to find out the multiples of this number. So we know that multiple is what? All the numbers that are present in the table of that number. They are called multiples. So we need to find out the numbers which are present in the table of the given number. So the number is what? The number is, first assume that the number is 5. First A is 5. So we need to find out first 4 multiples. So first multiple is, we know that how we can find out the multiple? By multiplying the number with the consecutive natural number. So the first natural number is 1. So multiply 5 into 1. So 5 into 1 is what? 5. Then again 5 into 2 which is 10. Then again 5 into 3 which is 15. Then 5 into 4 it is 20. So these are the 4 multiples of 5. Similarly, we can find out the multiple of 7 also. 7 into 1 7. 7 2 is 14. 7 3 is 21. 7 4 is 28. So these are the 4 multiples of 7. So in this way we can find out the factors of 13, 27 and 10 also. Now move on to the question number 3. Question number 3 is, write the multiples of 12 lying between 30 and 90. So we need to find out here the multiple of 12, but the condition is that it must be between the 30 and 90. So the first multiple of 12, we know that 12 into 1 12. Second multiple is 12 into 2 24. Then the third multiple is 12 into 3, that is 36. Yes, so 36 is the number which lies between 30 and 90. So start with 36. So the first number is 36. Then second number is 12 4 is 48. Then next one is 60. Then next one is 72. Then next one is 84. So 12 into 3 36, 12 into 4 48, 12 into 5 60, 12 into 6 72, 12 into 7 84. Now 12 into 8 96. But here the condition is we need to take all the numbers which is in between 30 and 90, and 96 is more than 30, so we cannot assume here 96. So all the numbers which are all the factors of 12 all the multiples of 12 which are lie between 30 and 90, 36, 48, 60, 72 and 84. That's it. Next, question number 4. Question number 4 is find all the factors of 54 but only the even factors. You need to find out the even factor. So first of all, find all the factors of 54 and then pick all the even factors. So first is 1, then 2, then it is 3, yes 3, then it is not divisible by 4, then not 5, then it is 6, yes it is divisible by 6, then it is 9. Now we get a pair, factor pair. So if we get the factor pair, then we can easily move on to the next number. So next number is 3. So 9 into 6, 54. So 3 is what? 18 into 3 is also 54. Then for 2, which one is pair? For 2, which one is pair? 27 into 2 is 54. And then for 1, it is itself 54. So how many events are there for this? So events are, 1 is not a even, 2 and 6 and 18 and 54. So 2, 6, 18 and 54 are the even factors, of the given number which is 54. These are the even factors. And here the question is, we need to find out only the even factors. Next is 27 a factor of 5, 4, 2, 7? So how we can find out that the given number is a factor of the number or not? If it is completely divisible by the given number, and if it is completely divisible, that means the remainder must be 0. So we can check it by dividing it. So divide 5, 4, 2, 7 by 27. When we divide it, 27, 2s are 54, cancel. For taking both the numbers, we need to put a 0 here. So 27, 1 are 27. So it is completely divisible. So here we get remainder 0. So if we get remainder 0, that means 27 is 5, 4, 2, 7 is completely divisible by 27, and that means 27 is the factor of 5, 4, 2, 7. So yes, 27 is a factor of 5, 4, 2, 7. Next one is question number 6. Question number 6 is, Sarina has 32 stamps. She had to paste them in the different blocks with the help of pattern. So find how many different ways she can arrange. She has 32 stamps and she want to put it into the different blocks with the help of some pattern. So pattern means what? Pattern means factor pairs. So find all the factor pair for 32. So for finding the factor pair, we first need to find out the factors. So first factor is 1, then 2, it is not divisible by 3, then 4, then it is 8, 8 4 is 32. So we get first factor pair. Then the second is 16 into 2, then the third one is 32. So all the factors pairs are, first factor pair is 4, 8, second is, first is 4, 8, second is 16, 2, and the third one is 32, 1. Or we can also write as 2, 16 and 1, 32. So these are the factors of 32 which are in pair. So here we have to find out how many different ways she can arrange. So she can arrange in 4 into 8 ratio, 16 into 2 and 32 into 1 way. So these are the 3 different ways. Next question, question number 7. Question number 7 is, write the factors of 38. Is it a perfect number? So first we need to find out the factors of 38, and then we need to find out that 38 is a perfect number or not. So first of all, find out the factors of 38. So factors of 38 is, start with 1. 1 is a factor of any number, every number. Then it is 2, divisible by 2. Then it is not divisible by 3. Then it is not divisible by 4 also. Then 5, then 6, no. 7 is also not divisible. Then it is divisible by 19. And then the last one is 38. So this is the factors of 38 is 1, 2, 19 and 38. So is it a perfect number? So how we can find out the perfect number? We have already discussed in the theory portion that for finding the perfect number, we have two methods. First method is add all the number except the number itself. Add all the factors except the number itself. So add it. So 19 plus 2, 21 plus 1, it is 23, which is 23. We get here 23. So 23 and twice of 23 is numerically equal to 38. Then only it is a perfect number. So twice of 23 is 46, which is not 38. So it is not a perfect number. We can use also the second approach. Second approach is what? Second approach is we add all the factors, and if it is numerically equal to 38, then it is a perfect number. So it is not a perfect number. Next one is true false. So a number is a multiple of itself. So yes, it is a number is multiple of itself. Then 1 is a multiple of every number. No, 1 is a factor of every number. 1 is not a multiple of every number. Then every multiple of a number is always greater than the number itself. Not always greater. One multiple is there which is also equal. So we can not say that it is always. Mostly are greater. For one case only it is equal. Next, every number has a infinite factor. No, every number has finite factor but infinite multiple. So it is also incorrect. 4 is a factor of 25. No, 25 is not present in the table of 4, or when we can divide 25 by 4, we get remainder 1. And we know that if we get remainder 0, only then the given number is the factor. So 4 is not the factor of 25. Next, every number is a factor of itself. Yes, every number is a factor of itself. Next, every number other than 1 has at least 2 factors. Yes, it is also correct. Only 1 is a number which has only one factor, which is 1 itself. 28 is a perfect number. We need to find out that 28 is a perfect number or not. So first of all, find out all the factors. All the factors are 1, 2, it is not divisible by 3, then it is, yes, it is divisible by 4, then 7, then 14 and 28. So these are the factors of 28. Now add all the factors except the last one, and if it is numerically equal to 28, then the number is perfect number, otherwise it is not a perfect number. So 14 plus 7 is 21, 21 plus 4 25, 25 plus 3 it is 28. So yes, the sum of all the numbers, all the factors except that 28 is equal to 28. So this is a perfect number. So this is correct. This is a perfect number. Next one is match the following. So 42, 15, 8, 6, 1 and 25. These are the numbers, and in the other side we have a perfect number, fifth multiple of 5, 4 factor of every number, a multiple of 7, a multiple of 3 and factor of 24. So let's match it. So first is factor of every number. So 1 is the factor of every number, correct? Match it with 1. 1 is the factor of every number. Fifth multiple of 5. So fifth multiple of 5, we know that 5 into 5, which is equal to 25. So where is 25? So this one is 25. So second is F. Next is a multiple of 7. So which one is a multiple of 7? 42 is a multiple of 7. So 4 is, because 7 6 is 42. Next is a multiple of 3. So which one is a multiple of 3? Either 8 is also a multiple of 3, 6 is also a multiple of 3. Now a perfect number. So we have a factor of 24. So factor of 24. So which one is the factor of 24? So 6 is not the factor. Either 6 is the factor of 24 or 3 is also the multiple. A multiple of 3 is also 6, and factor of 24 is also 6, and factor of 24 is also 8. A multiple of 3. So which one is not the multiple of 3? So which one is not the multiple of 3? So either 6 and 15, both are the multiple of 3. And a multiple of 7 we have already solved. A multiple of 3, factor of 24. Next one is a perfect number. So first check that 8 or 6, which one is a perfect number. So if I am taking 8, so 1, 2, 4 and 8, these are the factors. Now add it. 4 to 6 plus 1, which is 7, which is not equal to 7, which is not equal to 8. So this is not a perfect number. So it is clear that 8 is not a perfect number. So if 8 is not a perfect number, then perfect number is what? 6. So a perfect number is 6. Now next one is a multiple of 3. So multiple of 3 must be 15, and a factor of 24. So factor of 24 is 8. This is your final answer. So this is all about exercise 3a. Now let us discuss some theory portion for the next exercise. So these are few definitions. What are the definitions? So first is, what is prime number? So as we know that we have already learned in the junior class also, what is prime number? So numbers are classified in two category. One is prime and the another is composite. So first is prime. So prime numbers are all those numbers which are divisible by 1 and itself. Prime numbers are all those numbers which are divisible by 1 or itself. We can also say that prime number are all the numbers which have two factor, and 2 is 1 and itself. These are the two factors only. So prime numbers having only two factors, or we can say that a prime number is a number which is divisible by 1 and itself. So next one is composite number. So what are composite numbers? So composite number are all the numbers which are not prime. They are called composite. All the numbers which are not prime. All the numbers which are not prime, they are called composite. So now check that which one is prime or which one is composite. So start with 1. So 1 is a number which is divisible by 1 and it is also divisible by itself, and itself is here 1. So 1 is a number which is divisible by 1 and itself, so it is a prime? No, it is not a prime. Why it is not a prime? Because 1 and 1 means both the factors are only 1. So we cannot count it as two number. This is 1. So we can count here it is 1 and only 1. So here these are not two different things. These are only one thing. So 1 is not a prime number. Then 2. So yes, 2 is divisible by 1 and 2 is divisible by number itself, and that means 2. So 2 is a number which is divisible by 1 and itself. So 2 is what? 2 is a prime number. So the first prime number is what? 2. So the first prime number is what? 2. And it is also important because 2 is only even prime number. 2 is only even prime number. After that there is no any even number which is prime. So 2 is the only even prime number. Next is 3. So 3 is divisible by 1 and 3. So 3 is also a prime number because it is divisible by 1 and 3. Next is 4. 4 is divisible by 1, 2 and 4. So here 4 is divisible by 1 in itself and one more number is there. So if there is any other number, then it is not a prime, it is a composite number. So 4 is what? Composite number. So 4 is the first composite number. 4 is the first composite number which is even. The 4 is first composite number which is even. Next one is 5. So 5 is, the factors of 5 is 1 and 5. So it is also a prime number because its factors are 1 and 5. Then 6. 6 is 1, 2, 3 and 6. So the factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. These all are the factors. So here it is more than 2 factors, means it is divisible by 1 in itself and also few numbers, that is 2 and 3. So it is a composite number. So the second composite number is 6. Then we have next number which is 7. 7 is divisible by 1 and 7. So it is a prime number. Then we have 8. So it is divisible by 1, 2, 4 and 8. So it is also divisible by more 2 numbers more. So it is a composite number. It is not a prime number. Then 9. So 9 is what? The factors of 9 is 1, 3 and 9. So here it is also divisible by one more number which is 3. So it is a composite number. But remember one more thing is that 9 is the first odd number which is a composite number. 9 is first odd number which is composite number. And if the question is like this, write the first even number which is composite. So 4. 4 is the first even number which is composite. And 9 is the first odd number which is composite. So this is about the prime numbers and composite number. Next one is what is co-prime number. Next is what is co-prime numbers. So two numbers are said to be co-prime if their factors, common factors is only 1. Two numbers are said to be co-prime numbers if they have only one factor which is 1. Two numbers are said to be co-prime if they do not have a common factor other than 1. So first, if we are writing 5 and 7. So here the common factors between 5 and 7. So the factors of 5 is 1 and 5 and the factors of 7 is 1 and 7. So the factor of 5 is 1 and 5 and the factor of 7 is 1 and 7. So the common factor is 1 only. So the common factor here is 1. So all the numbers, all the pairs of number whose common factor is 1, they are called co-prime. So these are called co-prime. Next, if I am writing suppose 5 and 9. So 5 and 9. So the factors of 5 is 1 and 5, and the factor of 9 is 1, 3 and 9. So here also the common factor is only 1, which is 1. So these two are also co-prime. But what is the difference between first example and second example? First example I am writing again, which is what? 3 and 5. And the second is 5 and 9. So what is the difference between two? So co-prime numbers are not necessary in co-prime pair. It is not necessary that both the numbers are prime. No, it is not compulsory always that the both numbers are prime. Here in this example, they both are prime and they are also co-prime numbers, but it is not compulsory for all the cases. In this case, these are co-prime, but 9 is not a prime number. 9 is not a prime number. But when we are assuming the pair between 5 and 9, then they are called co-prime numbers. So remember these things, that for co-prime numbers, it is not necessary that both the numbers are prime. It is not necessary that both the numbers are prime. It may be prime or may be composite. Next one is twin prime. Twin prime. So what is twin prime numbers? So twin means two and prime. So the pair of prime numbers, whose difference is 2. The pair of prime numbers whose difference is 2, they are called twin prime numbers. I am again repeating, the pair of prime numbers whose difference is 2, they are called twin prime numbers. If I am writing 5 and 7, so they both are, it is very important for twin prime that the both numbers must be prime. For co-prime it is not compulsory, but for twin prime it is compulsory that the both number must be a prime. So for 5 and 7, 5 and 7 both are prime, and when we subtract it, 7 minus 5, we get what? 2. When we subtract it, we get 2. So these are twin prime numbers, because here the difference is 2 as well as the both numbers are prime. Now the second example, if I am taking second example, that 7 and 9 is a twin prime or not. So here the difference between 9 and 7 is 2. So it may be a prime, because here we get the difference 2, but it is not a twin prime. Why it is not a twin prime? Because 9 is not a prime number. And we have, for any twin prime number, we have two conditions. First is their difference is 2, and the second is both are must be a prime. So here 7 is a prime, but 9 is not a prime. So if they have the difference 2, then also it is not it is not a twin prime number, because 9 is not a prime number. 9 is a composite number. So 7, 9 is not a prime number, twin prime number. Next is 11 and 13. So 11 and 13 is a prime or not, twin prime or not? So first find the difference. So 13 minus 11 is 2. So yes, here we get the difference 2. So if the difference is 2, and at the same time we have to check that these are prime or not. So these are also prime. 11 is a prime number and 13 is also a prime number. So both are prime and their difference is 2. So it is a twin prime number. So these are twin prime numbers. So this is all about twin prime numbers and co-prime numbers. Now let us solve few examples. So example number 1 is, list all the prime numbers between 25 and 48. So we have to find out all the prime numbers between 25 and 48. So the first prime number is after 25. 25 is not a prime number. So after 25 is 26, and we know that 26 is not a prime number. Why? Because it is divisible by 13 also, 2 also. Then we have 27, it is divisible by 3 and 9. Then we have 28, it is not a prime number. Then we have 29. So yes, 29 is a prime number. So first prime number between 25 and 48 is 29. Then it is 31. Then we can move on up to 47. So these are the prime numbers between 25 and 48. Now next important example is question number 10. Question number 10 is, express the following as the sum of three odd prime numbers. So sum of three odd prime numbers. So how we can express 21 as the sum of three odd prime numbers? So first of all, find out all the prime numbers which are less than 21. So all the prime numbers which are less than 21 is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, again 14, 15, not a prime, 16, no, 17, then 17, then 18, 19, then 19, and then 21. So 21 is not a prime. So all the prime numbers which are less than 21 is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and 17 and 19. So we have to convert 21 in the addition of three different prime numbers. So if I am adding 5 plus 7, 12, and 12 plus 10, it will be 21, but we have no here 10, and if we have 10, then it is not a prime, so we cannot add 10 here, so cancel it. Now 7, 5 plus 3, 5 plus 3 is what? 8, 8. So now how much number we need to add with 8 so that we get 21? So if we add 13 to 8, we get 21, and we have 13. So yeah, so these are the pairs. So 3, when we add 3, 5 and 13, we get 21. So this is the original numbers. When we add it, we get the 21. And here the question is three odd prime numbers. We need to add three odd prime numbers. So 3, 5 and 13, these are odd also, and when we add it, we get 21. Similarly, we can solve all the remaining questions 35, 61. We can easily find out these solutions. So this is all about this video. We will discuss about the exercise 3b in the next video, all the questions of exercise 3b and how we can solve these questions by using the theory approach that we have learned in the previous video and this video in the next video. Thank you for watching.